My dear Vikingos, I welcome you to Legends of the Round Table, an upcoming game set in a design similar to pictures and wall designs of medieval art. And it's an Arthurian Saga. And it looks quite intriguing. Turn-based combat, lots of RPG elements, great storytelling, and at least it looks promising. And with no further ado, let's have a look at the game together for an hour-esque and decide if you like it or not. New game, profile 1.
Come closer. Fear not.
That's an interesting
Why
crossover.
have you come to my 1,000-year-old tomb? In truth, my world was not so different from yours.
Is it now?
Deep in their hearts, humans resemble each other, and that will not change anytime soon. Dreams are sometimes more telling than historical facts. The greatest dream of my time was the ideal of chivalry. To be a knight is to offer the very best of yourself, day after day, inspired by 4 virtues: love,
prowess,
largesse, and loyalty.
Remember that,
Come closer
Vikings.
now and look at this book. You will live the greatest adventure that the men and women of my time ever told. That of King Arthur and his round table.
That's such a cool intro. That's such an interesting intro. I guess that's King Arthur. Long, long ago, on the Isles of Britain, there ruled a king named Uther Pendragon. He became enamored with Igraine, wife of the Duke of Cornwall. Under a spell cast by the enchanter Merlin, the couple conceived an illegitimate child. After birth, the child, Arthur, was entrusted to the attentive care of a knight. Ector raised Arthur as his son, alongside his natural son, Kay. After Uther's death, the kingdom became unstable, facing attacks from Saxons and internal squabblings. One day, a magnificent sword embedded... Hello? Oh, I have to pull... Oh, I actually have to pull this? That is so cool, I love this! Can I rip it? I cannot rip it. Whoop! In a rock appeared in London, reputed as a wise man. Merlin declared that whoever succeeded in withdrawing the sword from the stone would become the High King of Britain. Okay. Somebody becomes knight. Is that the loading screen? I am highly intrigued and confused at the same time. I guess that was the loading screen. Hold down the spacebar and skip this cutscene. Okay. Cool. Some knights are fighting. The ladies are wooing.
Ector, Kay, and Arthur arrived in London after a long journey. The herald goes to announce the second day of the tournament.
Okay.
Uther, High King, all his day is for you. Slain by Saxons, oh so brave and so true. Victors, you will pull the sword as your due. Man from all this land so wide, now do stand here side by side. Oh, what gallantry and pride! How the hardy men did shine by their valor and their ardor yesterday. But the boldest of them all, the King of Orkney, was the victor in the fray. Oh, the blood and agony, the fearful cries when ladies saw the helmets play. All eyes were on King Lot. He seized the sword in stone, but it refused to give. He will not have the throne, for it is worthiness, not strength, that must be shown.
Our knights respectfully salute the man dressed in Uther Pendragon's colours. Greetings, sires, and welcome to London, he exclaims. I am Elias, herald of this city.
Greetings, Elias. I'm intrigued. What an interesting way of presenting a game, using a little bit of semi-opera singing intro, I would say. I'm not sure if I can pinpoint the sound direction or music direction. Interesting. Half a Mithril, welcome in. What is this beauty? Called Legends of the Round Table. Wow. Okay, let's have a look at the interface. There's a lot to see and to check out. Menu, book. I guess I can read the whole conversation of what happened there. I can continue with spacebar. I can continue manually. We have largesse, prowess, loyalty, largesse 12. Whatever that may mean. I have some face icons over here. This is quite interesting over here. It looks like we have different damage types. Left leg, left arm, right arm, torso, and head. We can examine things. We can have a look at our wounds. We can slash. We can thrust. We can concussion enemies. We have wounds overall. We have fatigue as well. Minor wound thresholds. Wow. Body state malleus. Heart state malleus. There is definitely a lot of complexity behind the system at hand. My name, welcome aboard. Then we have stats in agility, strength, sense, vigor, authority, grace, wisdom, will, cavalry, courtesy, melee, and strategy. And then loyalty, largesse, prowess, and love, the knightly virtues. This knight's servants and bonus vocation traits. We have servants as well. Wowzers. Okay. Then, what do we have here? Group cohesion. You have 4 grail cards in your pack. Okay, apparently there's some cards at play as well. And we have group money. Okay. I smell some complexity behind it, and I like it.
It is a pleasure to see you at this illustrious tournament, he says cheerfully. By the way, Sir Ector and Sir Kay, you are fighting in the main event later today.
On the now. Oh, ask him about the battle that awaits us.
Sir Kay and Sir Ector must fight Sir Agwisons and Sir Meliant of Lys
Okay.
on horseback.
On horseback, you mean?
They are formidable opponents.
Okay. You knew anything about them?
Agwisons is the vassal of King Lot, who was the victor yesterday on the first day of the tournament.
Interesting.
Like his sovereign, Agwisons is an outstanding fighter. He's known to be feisty and insolent.
Insolent even. Okay.
Liliant, meanwhile, is a promising young knight. He has great strength, yet he's contemptuous and immature.
Okay, so the militant is Meliant is immature. Maybe we can play that against him. Ask him about King Lot, who won the previous days of battle but failed to pull the sword out of the stone.
King Lot of Orkney is powerful and fearsome, both on the battlefield and at court. He grips his allies' hearts with fear and sows terror among his enemies. He must surely be coming to terms with his failure to remove the sword from the stone.
Or not. Okay. Thank you kindly.
Before our hero turns away, Elias says a knight is waiting for Sir Ector farther down the road.
Fantastic. A new quest has been added. Look at the quest log. Oh, this is cool. That was a nice transition. We're actually like reading a book and it like turns pages and whatnot. Quite intriguing. Participate in the first combat of the day. Fight Agwise and Melian on the horse. Meet the mentioned man of the heralds. Okay. The adventure's dialogues are recorded in the journal along with the progression. When they contain a hint, a key will appear next to it. The green button allows you to navigate between clues. Click on the button to get to the previous one. This was the quest log. The London tournament. And then we can close it. Is this cool? So, to unmount a horse, point and left click on the character horse when the cursor is displayed. How can I mount? At any time, it's possible to move the camera horizontal. Sleepily keep the mouse wheel button down and move the cursor. Oh. Interesting. Movement on foot. Hold the right mouse button to click the desired destination. Oh, it's like, I see. So I can go left and right, and depending how far I am, it's running or it's just walking. And the cursor changes accordingly to that. Cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Talk to the character.
When Ulfius spots our heroes,
Ulfius.
he exclaims with earnest joy, "Here is my dear old Hector. Ah, dear friend, how happy I am to see you. And these must be your sons, Kay and Arthur."
They are. Greet Hector's old friend Ulfius and introduce Arthur and Kay.
Ulfius is delighted. What a long time it has been, good old Hector. Let's have a friendly duel on foot, just you and me, to see which of us has the oldest bones.
Oh.
He shows his former companion the blunt weapons they'd be using, but only to the first touché, he adds.
Okay, so only to the first hit. We can accept the duel. I would like to quickly have a look at options. There is none? Okay, fair enough. Keep in mind it's not the final product of the game. I would have wanted to see if I can make the voice a little bit louder and the music a little bit less loud.
Hector and
Set the duel.
Ulfius prepare for the battle, both quite excited to fight each other once again.
Oh. So, make tooltips appear by placing the cursor over the elements of the interface. Action points. At the beginning of each combat, each knight starts with 3 action points. Action points represent the passage of time. Okay, down here. 3 action points. Spend each time the character performs an action. Knight actions are this here. Okay. Are in the below, you can come back to this menu anytime by left-clicking on the knight icon. Tooltips detail the effects and use of conditions on every action as well as their AP cost. Okay, so we can unsheath, we can equip the shield from belts, all costs 0 AP. We can mount horse, we can dismount horse. We can make a relic cry, we can slash attack, aim thrust attack, aim slash attack. Interesting. Movement in combat. Moving in combat costs action points. Moving 1 hex on foot costs 3 AP, while it only costs 1 AP on horseback. Okay. Moving the cursor on the ground highlights the available hexes. So we have vertical and also a little bit horizontal, up and down. So we have a little bit of grid-based combat here. Click on the hex to move forward. Good. Move forward. To end your combat phase, click on the hourglass icon. If APs are remaining, 5 fatigue points will get removed per AP remaining. Okay, so we have to plan our APs to not get too fatigued. This is, I guess, our fatigue itself. No, that's the group cohesion. The fatigue is probably shown over here. Yeah, it's over here on the character card. So the more we fight, the more sweatier we become. The more AP we have. So, and face. Shield defense advantage. If it's your first challenge, you can face challenges in any uncertain situation, whether or not in combat. The top here indicates what type of challenge you are dealing with and the challenge difficulty. Sir Hector faces defense challenge prowess against Sir Ulfius. Agility plus melee plus the card plus the bonus equals the total. Difficulty is 18. When you're not challenge indicator, the total score equals to the challenge difficulty is enough to win it. So we manage to get 18 or above, we win it. Wow, getting D&D Flash vibes here already. You can see the calculation of the challenge in real time according to the traits bonus and malices of your knight. When a card is selected, its value is added in the equation. The trait needed for a challenge are automatically defined by the type of challenge. The value of the traits present in the equation, on those of your knight displayed below. Okay, that's done here. The highlights right now, depending on our agility and so on, it goes into the skill check, so to say. So, challenges. Select the card of your choice and experiment with the available combinations. Note, it is possible to validate a challenge without selecting any card. Click on OK button to validate your choice. So, prowess, largesse, loyalty, or more. We need a total of 18. We have... Can I choose multiple cards? Okay, then I see the OK button, and it shows me how it's looking there. I have inspiration points. Do I see how many inspiration points I have in general? It doesn't look. But maximum points available. We've played the largesse card, and we see okay. We lost that card, but he got fatigue. There we go. That hit destroyed my shields? Oh my god. Sir Actor's shield cracked to the belt. -5 fatigue points. It is my turn. Allows the character to equip the shield in their shield belt without going through a squire. I don't have one. So now I can attack him. Could make an aimed slash or a normal slash. Let's do an aimed slash. Where do you want to maim him? Oh, I can now hit on specific body parts. His shield arm is left, so I would like to hit his right arm and see if we can deal with his weapon arm. So, cancel a challenge. Some challenges can be cancelled if you decide to do so. It might allow you to choose another option or to postpone a difficult challenge for a better time. That was up here, the challenge here. When you initiate a challenge, such as when you attack or persuade, you succeed if your challenge total is above the total of your opponent. The higher the margin is, the more wounds you will inflict. Since you don't know your opponent's total here, you must simply guess. So I did a 4. I'm gonna grab this largesse card here. And add a 12 to it. So it's a 16. Okay. Sir Ulfius' armor's right elate became useless. His armor became useless. So I have 1 more AP less. I'm gonna leave it to lower fatigue. And it's my turn again. What is a book? Why is it highlighted? Okay, never mind. My bad. Header shield are made of wood and covered with leather. Action points cost to equip. Okay, so I can call my squire to bring me a weapon. That is so knightly. I have to show this game to Siptaquis. Do I want to attack you again? Let's now make a normal slash attack. We have a 10. I'm gonna grab loyalty to add 4 to it. I would love if it would have shown me... Oh, I can see Sir Ulfius over here. On this side. His level is 10. And I'm getting cards per turn. In phase. When facing a defense challenge, if the total score does not exceed the difficulty, the location wheel indicates the area of the body that will receive damage. Pay attention to the existing bones of your knight. If an area of the body reaches -6, the knight will fall unconscious. He will die if he receives -6 in a single hit. Use location wheel, or aim for the special square that will prevent any damage to the knight. Only one special square can be present at a time. 3 special squares exist: binding, steed, and dodge. Left arm. That's the wheel. So, difficulty is 20. Oof. I rolled that bad. Left leg. If I do that, it's a left arm. Well, let's get the left leg being hit instead of the arm. Prowess. Where can I see how many inspiration points I have left in total? Head hits. A binding. Let's try that. Special defense binding. You have successfully completed a special defense. You can perform a bind with your sword. In this case, you must complete a second challenge to determine whether you push back your opponent's blade. We now have a 14 and 8. I need at least 6 points of this. Prowess. With success. There comes the binding. And we're pushing back the sword. With that blocked
Exhausted,
the combat.
the two friends decide to call it quits. At this rate, they won't last long, Ulfius laughs. Hector catches his breath, then thanks his friend for the fight.
Do you have any tips to make us look good in the tournament?
Kay and Hector could persuade the herald to give them a flattering introduction before their battle in the lists. This would make quite an effect and give them a certain advantage. On the other hand, adds old Ulfius with a laugh, it would be wise to have a few pennies in your pocket to be more persuasive.
I see. Paying for that. Do you have any information about the sword in the stone?
The old warrior would certainly like
I love
to
that
have a
everything is
go at
moist.
it, but he's far less enthusiastic about becoming High King of Britain. Whoever takes over Uther's throne will have many an enemy.
I understand. What do you think of King Lot?
Ulfius does not much care for King Lot. He thinks Lot will be quick to sow discord if someone other than he pulls the sword from the stone and becomes High King of Britain.
Probably even death, I would imagine. So, what do you think of the tournament?
Indeed, it is a great tournament, bustling with activity. Knights from all over the kingdom have come here to face off and take their chances at winning.
How are you?
The old knight is in good condition, but in any case, he will never stop fighting. It is out of the question. He dreams of a glorious death on the battlefield.
Hear, hear. Thank you kindly for the intros.
Knight holds back our heroes a moment. I saw a tearful young woman in London, Ulfius says.
A tearful young
If you
woman?
help her, she'll be delighted to choose one of you as her champion.
Oh.
There's nothing like the prospect of winning a lady's favor to strengthen one's courage. When he hears
I agree.
this, Kay sneers. He does not need a lady to be brave. Ulfius starts laughing. Hector rolls his eyes and then thanks his friend.
Okay. And that always travels on horseback. Get your horse before you leave. Let's move back. Can we have a chat with the heralds? So, select the leader. To challenge a group leader, several controls are possible. Click the banner on the lower interface, click on a knight in the group, or press tab. So, we have Sir Kay over here. There's the game manual up there. Fair enough. Okay. Arthur. Let's see if we
Elias is
can
delighted to see our hero again.
talk
He
with Elias.
asks how he can help.
Could you introduce us with... Could you introduce us to the duel for certain sum?
Hector stops his son. Is he really going to attempt to corrupt the herald? Though it is tempting, he knows such a dishonorable act comes with consequences.
Oh, that we would dishonorable acts to pay money for that? Decide not to bribe him then.
Smiling wryly, the herald keeps silent. Seeing him head off, Elias asks that he's available if our hero has more questions.
Okay, fair enough. What if Kay does that?
Elias is delighted.
Corrupt the heralds.
herald smiles, snake-like, but asks, trying to sound nonchalant, and exactly how much are we talking about?
How much? 40 pennies.
Elias looks doubtful and scratches his chin. You will have to convince me, he says with a wink.
I have to convince him. Convince Elias to give them a flattering introduction before the battle begins. Okay. Persuasion challenge now. You're about to face a persuasion challenge. Each dialogue choice corresponds to a knightly virtue, and after you select a dialogue choice, you can only play cards from that virtue. Oh. Elias, our little group merely includes a squire, a very old knight, and another who is quite young. Our chances of winning are slim. Perhaps you would think of this request as a way to balance out the forces to play. Change a knight in the challenge. So Kay is at 12 in total. Let's play the card with 12. So we have a 24 in total. With success.
The herald does not listen long. He is quickly convinced and takes our knight's purse and promises to give the most remarkable introduction he has ever made.
We just got -1. What was it? Honor? Or loyalty?
Seeing him head.
So let's take our leave. Moving onward to Arthur. Off we go with our horses. There we go. Well, you guys over here playing chess?
2 knights play chess in the shelter of a pavilion. The game seems to drag on and on. An elderly knight greets our hero cheerfully.
Greet and introduce yourself.
Dressed in gules and silver crosses, the man says his name is Baldwin.
Baldwin?
The
Never
knight
mind.
wishes our hero good day.
Have a good day, Mr. Baldwin. Londinium. There's a chicken being roasted everywhere. Change lane. You're crossing an intersection. Oh, I can change lane up here? That is hilarious. Okay, let's get back up. And move up here. Knight in black armor.
In a pavilion, 2 knights are loudly talking over each other, arguing who will win the day's fights.
That was it?
The 2 knights have not finished their impassioned discussion. For the moment, it seems that no worldly force could stop them from arguing.
Here, here. Onwards. The one is doing some push-ups.
A knight as strong as an ox and as broad.
Oh, my bad. Greet him.
The man's name is Brastias. He
Brastius.
admits he's not much for conversation.
Fair enough. Do you have any information about the stone?
Does not need the chimera of a prize at the end of a tournament to make him want to fight.
Hmm.
At the end of the conversation,
You
the
hear?
knight wasn't even out of breath.
Interesting. Even though he's doing push-ups all the time.
Our heroes are excited to see where they will show off their skills.
This looks like a
Here is
kid.
the tournament lists. There is already a knight there, kneeling in prayer.
And also,
A king with
king.
emaciated, almost razor-sharp features tears apart a chicken leg with a smug look on his face. He does not even deign to look at our hero.
is that so, Mr. Chicken Wing? So I'm intrigued there. What is down there? So this leads downwards. This seems to lead out of London. Let's head back up. Come on, little Arthur. Here, giddy up. The knights are training and preparing for tournament. We've met the king or a king over there. This feels also tourney-like. Who are you with the prayers?
A knight, wearing gules and silver, prays, kneeling in the middle of the lists.
Read and introduce
The
ourselves.
man murmurs a quiet greeting before saying his name is Aguisens.
Oh, Wisens, what kind of name is that? Why are you praying?
Aguisens gravely explains that he is a Christian. He prays for his soul should he die in the next battle.
Okay.
The knight says nothing as our hero leaves.
Says nothing as our hero leaves. Fair enough. There's nothing else I can do here. Let's see here, quest-wise. Find Sir Ulfior's the friends. Get to London. Participate in first combat. Fight Egwisons and Melian on the horse. Wait, you are one
Egwisons is still whispering prayers.
that we have to fight. You see.
The knight answers rudely that the only way for a man to truly know another is to fight him.
Is that so?
The knight says,
The only way to know another is to find him. Interesting. Okay. Looks like we're gonna have to go down to Londinium and reach London. Here, giddy up. Quite intriguing art direction, I have to say.
amazed, our knights pass the majestic gate to London, the largest town in all of Britain.
There's some flowers falling down. Oh, look at that. There's some people walking behind. That's cleverly done. Who's that over there?
Behind a stall selling rare and precious fabrics, a bronze-skinned merchant with a broad smile greets
The name
our
is
knight, the
Basil.
merchant.
Greet the merchant, introduce
The
yourself.
man first shows muslin and camlet, and then various silk fabrics, alpine, pale, cycloton,
And sandal.
sandal, samite, and more.
And other fabric colors. Thank you, Gandhi. Gonna leave, take or leave. How's the game so far? Very intriguing. Very intriguing. I'm kind of flabbergasted how well I do enjoy this art direction. That it feels like a book that we're reading. I mean, only that the fact when you click on the quest log, it goes out of the sides and opens a new page on your book. And when you go back, it opens the page back up. It's so cool. Oh, somebody's mooching over there?
Two young people, a noble damsel and a gallant knight, hold hands,
Okay.
oblivious to the world around them. Their eyes glow with passion,
Read it to young people.
as if awakened from a dream. The damsel
Oh.
and the knight slowly
Oh.
greet our heroes. The damsel's name is Carenza, and the knight is Milliant of Liss.
Million of Lists who's putting the tongue into Carenza. Ask the lady how she's doing. As the young man how he's doing. Ask Carenza who can become her champion. Ask Carenza about her love for millions. Let's ask Carenza about her love for millions.
Carenza boasts of the strength and depth of her love for Milliant.
Okay.
She then recounts their first meeting by the fountain in London's wealthy district.
By the fountain. You heard the Opera-ish prologue introduction? Very intriguing.
Our hero sees it's hard to stop her once she gets started on this topic.
Okay, so she's definitely into millions. I'm not gonna bother you any longer
While
and leave the young couple to their spiel. Was that the sobbing lady that we heard of? Hello, young lady.
our hero spot a very young lady sobbing her heart out.
Oh,
The sleeves of her pretty blue dress have been torn off.
Why?
Laughs at her, but Arthur says nothing.
Kay laughs at
In
her?
the
What an
end,
ass.
It is Hector who comforts the girl.
Of course the old man is comforting the girl.
Her eyes full of tears, she says, "Sire, I am so ashamed for you to see me in such a state. My name is Neris.
That is.
From now on, I will also be known as the damsel with the short sleeves."
Greet the damsel and ask about the cause of her distress.
It is the fault of her older sister, Carenza, who tore off her sleeves.
The other one!
Stand it when I made the teeniest criticism of her bow, the so-called proud and magnificent Meliant of Lys, says the damsel.
Sacrilege!
Grimacing.
May I be your champion?
She'll gladly accept Hector as her champion if he can find her precious sleeves.
Tell her you will find her
The
sleeves.
young lady smiles. If Sir Hector could, she would be truly delighted, and her heart would be soothed.
I feel so much like a knight. I love it. Ask her about her older sister.
Odious girl is only interested in Meliant, as if he were the best knight in the world, which is far from the case, she adds, wrinkling her nose.
Okay.
The damsel invites our hero to come and talk with her whenever he likes.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, I guess the sleeves will be with millions. So let's giddy up. Let's come back here. Let's dismount the horse. Let's have a chat, mister.
The young people hardly notice that our knight has come back to see them.
So, ask her where the sleeves of the young lady were.
Carenza shrugs. I must have dropped them somewhere, she replies without a care. What does it matter?
Does it matter?
While Meliant mumbles goodbye to our hero, Carenza has already forgotten our knight. So focused is she on her beloved.
Okay. She dropped the sleeve somewhere. Okay, let's have a look around, see if we find a sleeve or something like that. A juggler. Interactive elements. Pay attention to your surroundings. You will find interactive elements that will move the story forward. However, the cursor over it, then left click. Did the sleeve fall into the water? I mean, that's
Our
where they
knight
met.
looks for the sleeves of the younger lady, and he finds them at the
Oh!
bottom of the pool.
It's in there.
But they are in terrible condition.
Transfer an item to another knight. Quest items appear in the quest item inventory. Click on the corresponding button to show the menu when you need it. All quest items are transferable to another knight. Hold the left click on an item and drag it to another designed by the individuals. Okay, nice. Okay. We do have the sleeve. It is in terrible condition though. But we do have the sleeve. Hello, young lady.
Neris, still sorrowful, welcomes our hero once again, but with a faint look of hope.
Ha! Give her the
At
sleeves.
first, the damsel rejoices at the sight of her sleeves, but upon closer inspection, realizes they are far too dirty to add to her attire.
So,
The damsel invites...
too dirty. Filthy sleeves. They may belong to a young lady, but it would be unthinkable to return them in that current state. Oopsie. So can I clean these? Let's see, is there anything else down there?
What a lovely fountain in the middle of the square. The gentle splashing of the water adds life to...
I wish for a quality of life thing here that the narrative still goes talking even if you skip it. So you can listen to it while moving onwards. What did it say? Okay, cannot see the journal. That would be also nice to see the journal of what has been talked just a moment ago. Have the sleeves made. Have new sleeves made for her. Oh, new sleeves made for her. We could go to that merchant at the beginning. True. True. We could head over to the merchant and chat with him about the sleeves.
The Byzantine merchant is delighted to
A
see
Byzantine
our hero, who,
merchant, even.
once again, he greets eloquently.
Could you clean and mend these sleeves for me?
The merchant examines the two pieces of fabric with a vexed look. Sire, he says, what happened to such beautiful sleeves? But fine, I will take care of them.
60
It will cost you nothing, only 60 pennies.
pennies. Negotiate the price. Basil, your fabrics render me speechless. They are clearly the product of hard work and remarkable skill. And also, I know a dealer must negotiate their prices. Total of 7, 4, 5. Arthur has 7. You can play a love cards to go to a total of 10. Let's try. It failed.
Hands on hips, the merchant hears our hero out. Then, with an exasperated wave of his hand, he declares his price is firm.
Ah, shame. Okay, then I'll agree to repay those sleeves.
The merchant works fast and well. He repairs the loose seams and swiftly cleans the sleeves before drying them over the fire. They are now
Over the
in
fire?
incredible condition and look like new.
Okay, thank you kindly. Fair lady, I have repaired the sleeves and washed them for a high price.
Neris,
Give her the
the
sleeves.
young girl wipes tears from her eyes. What joy the sight of these immaculate sleeves brings her. To spite her sister and to show her gratitude to Hector, Neris happily agrees
Hector?
to let Hector be her champion.
Okay.
Hector laughs kindly.
+3 love.
She's far too young to be his beloved. Yet he is a courteous man, so he willingly agrees to defend the damsel's honor. And so she entrusts him with one of her precious sleeves.
There we go.
The damsel
Take a
invites
leaf.
our hero.
So, equip an item. Character sheet. There's even character sheets? Oh my gods! There's items? I can equip the sleeve. Silk sleeve given with from Neris. Wow. What about Arthur? Nothing. Okay. Has a little bit of equipment there. Has a shield. Has a spear. That is so cool. Okay, onwards.
The two guards stop our hero again. He may not pass.
We may not pass. Why is that, though? So... Fights Egwasons and Melian on horse. Did I miss that back at the beginning? Or is it because we have horses?
The two guards stop our...
We may not pass at all. Let's see if we can go in on foot. No, doesn't let me. Okay, good.
The two guards...
So probably I needed to find out about the two knights that I had to fight with before coming down here. Oh, what a shame. Back we have to write. So, let's move upwards. The herald is gone as well.
Nothing can be done over there. Kay and Hector have come to take part in the tournament being held inside the city walls.
Fair enough. Inside the city walls. Oh, there we go.
Elias, wait!
Elias waits for a knight, signal to announce the next battle. Eggways and Melin are standing ready to face up against Hector and Kai. Accept and start the fight.
Emphatically and poetically, the herald proclaims how Aguizens has accomplished such fine feats thanks to his ardor and daring. He also introduces Melian to Bliss, whose strength is well proven. When it is Hector and Kay's turn, Elias is
Price.
full of praise for the experience of the first and the ardor of the second. With incredible verve and enthusiasm, he also tells of their
Look at that, we have now
exploits.
price up
Now
to 6
may the duel
instead of
begin.
0. Oh, wrong button. So price is now on 6. Was on 0-ish before.
Alas, Arthur lost Kay's sword. Kay spitefully accuses his brother of being a bad squire. It's impossible for him to fight without
Lost
his
his
trusted
swords.
sword. So now, here he is, stuck on the sidelines. Fortunately, Orpheus arrives to fight alongside Hector.
Oh, that's nice. Initiative. For certain combats, you will have to take an initiative challenge to determine which side will start the fight. There will be no initiative challenge in the event that you take your enemies by surprise, or if a group is taken by surprise. Okay, we have a total of 6 in the initiative. Let's put a +2 on top of it. And see. The enemies go first. Okay, they position themselves. It is my turn. Examine. It is possible to examine the combatant characters or his horse at any time. In combat, this allows you to examine certain characteristics in order to make sound decisions. Click on the examine button. Click on the component cursor. Let's have a look at you. You can now observe the various stats on him. Okay, so I clicked on examine and now shows the stats for me over here. Good. Reminder that you can change knights during your combat's turn. Make sure to have performed the desired action on each knight before you enter the turn. The Argylls return green once each knight in combat has used all their action points. Okay, that's nice. So, it is advantageous to move 3 hexes on horseback to unlock the charge action, which costs 0 AP. The charge action. Okay, required. You need to have traveled at least 3 hexes in the last 2 turns. Also, you not use the run action in the same turn as the charge. So if I move all the 3 hexes over here, can I then charge the target next to me? I can. Let's use an prowess. His level is 2. I actually don't need prowess, I think, or at least not that high. Let's use 2 cards instead, and +2 inspiration points. And we fail. Surmount inflicts a major wound on Sir Ector's head. Sir Ector is destabilized. Sir Ector's lance shattered in pieces. That's bad. You can use your knight's virtues and of inspiration to change the outcome. These virtues are displayed below. Only virtues with a value greater than 0 are available. Use inspiration. Select a card whose inspiration matches the available virtue. Use the +/-1 to add and remove available points. Used points will be permanently withdrawn. Validate the challenge when you're ready. Oh! So that's how it works. I'm gonna fail. And we got a head injury. Sir Ector's unconscious and will be removed from the adventure. Wowsy! Let's move 3 tiles so we can do the charge as well. Holy moly. Let's make it 13. Also fails. Our lance shattered in pieces as well. Looks like we are getting our ass kicked. Squire, bring me a lance. You can't? I don't have any EP left. Okay, they're doing the movement, so they have the charge thing. You have no longer a weapon. Select the sword. Unsheath. Okay, so we unsheathed the weapon, and we're gonna make an fatigue ×1 damage slash or an aimed attack. More effective against light armor and gambitsm. Can't imagine. Wisens. Let's do him. And we're gonna hit his right arm. A 6 in total. Rail cards have a random value that varies between 14 and 24. However, you want to know their exact value until after you confirm the challenge. Let's do a rail card then. A 20. With that, we succeeded. Okay, they're dancing around now. This is very intriguing. The office attack did not wound Sir Angwise. Is still destabilized. And there we go, he fall off the horse. Sagwan was not wounded while falling. But it's definitely not looking good. With that, we're ending. He's moving quite a lot of fields. It is my turn. We're definitely gonna do a slash attack on him. Total of 18. I'm gonna use 1 love card to put a 19 up with success. And he gets a leg injury. We got cowardice points? Why that? So Orpheus lost a total of 2 honor. 1 for horseback attack on an unarmed knight, and 1 for attacking an unarmed knight. Oh! There is actually a proper chivalrous code behind it, if you should fight somebody having a weapon in hand or not. That is cool. Let's move over here and be done with it. You got the cowardice point. Can I turn around? Faces a challenge against Sir Millions. Difficulty is 12. I have 10. I have 12 already. Steed fatigue points. Okay. When an enemy is injured, attempting an attack that target an already injured part of the body is the best way to defeat him. Aim shot. Okay. So do the aim shot actually do later on? Fair enough. I could ask a squire for the 9 up there. Let's grab largesse to an 18. We've succeeded. Faces a steed attack challenge against the other steeds. Let's use another 7, 15. That also succeeds. Okay. I hit this steed, and for that I get the cowardice point. Torso injured, for the horse did throw him off. When an enemy has a wound under -2, he might ask for mercy. Give the enemy the opportunity to ask during their turn. Let's wait. So Orpheus faces a mercy challenge from Sir Meliant. The list. Total is 12. Coming like that. And confirm. So Orpheus gave mercy to Sir Meliant. Oh, look at that, he's kneeling. Nice. The other one is back on his horse. Does he have a weapon in hands? He does not. I will, in the meantime, ask my squire to bring me a lance. Squire challenge. There we go. Okay, he has a weapon. Difficulty is 11. I could use the prowess cards. No, the love card should be in total. Okay. Nice hit there. So I'm gonna move 3. If I can do that. Yes, I can. And then charge. 14. 4. Let's grab the prowess part over here to a 16. That is a success. And he got a leg injury from our stab. We got the major wounds. Sir Egwin's armor, Butted's mail of Rhine shocking became useless. Proper jousting. Got the leg injury, hit him from the horse. He got a wound leg. I still have some points left, so I'm gonna have to wait. He is now at the Mercy Challenge again. If I use Prowess, and that has no inspiration, I could use the 3 over here. Let's see. It's a fail. Sir Ulf is denied mercy and loses an honor. Oh! So because of that, I lose an honor point. Interesting. Good. Let's get off our horse. Since he lost, he's not on his horse. And unsheath the weapon. And be done. He's trying to attack me. He's getting a lot of fatigue points. His right leg has a -3, so we want to make an aimed attack on his right leg and use prowess on top of that for 15. We succeed. And we hit him. And down he goes. Oh, we did it!
Elias proclaims all fierce elector victorious. Fabulous power. Kay will have one.
Whoa, voices are all over the place.
The next tournament will pit Kay and Bodwin against Orion and young knights defeated by 2 older warriors. Those who have just fought should go and rest. Kay, red with rage, orders his brother to find him a sword and fast. Feeling ashamed, Arthur only has himself to rely on.
Is that the moment where we gotta pull the sword out? The group 1 has only 1 member now. Okay, I don't have any helping hands. Find a sword for him and fast. Oh shoot, where do I find a source for you?
Kay cannot grasp how Arthur could have made such a blunder. If the sword was forgotten at their last stop before London, it would take too long to go fetch it and be back for the next fight.
Okay, let's see. Can I talk to anybody to fetch your sword? Any of the chests that I could borrow a sword off? No knights over here? Oh boy. Doesn't he have a squire? He can send I am the squire. I'm now off of the squire. So now I have to go and fetch a sword. Actually, I could go back and see if one of the knights has a sword. I mean, there's some people out there. At tournaments. Let's see before I go down into the village. Into Londinium. Because you said it's taking us too long, right? Let's have a quick look again. Ask the crowd where to find a sword. Okay, there we go. You can ask the crowd. And let me guess, we're gonna go and pull the sword out there. Hey, fair lady.
The triumphant damsel leaps for joy. Hector really put up a good fight. His victory has fully restored her honor. Now my sister can cry in shame, she exclaims.
Where's your big sister gone?
Carenza must be at her beloved's bedside, tending his wounds, and his self-esteem, Nery's tinkling love, rises soft.
Okay. Do you know where I can find a sword for my brother?
Neris opens her eyes wide. She has no idea.
Okay, you have no
The
idea.
damsel,
You,
a knight with an
Sir Knight.
impressive head of blonde hair, notices our hero signaling that he would like to have a word. The knight greets him.
greetings.
This man, dressed in azure and gold, is called Urien.
Urien. Do you know where I can find a sword, Sir Urien?
Urien snorts mockingly. Losing your nice sword. Ha! Now I have heard it all. Furthermore, he adds, he's not one to lend things, especially not his sword.
Fair enough.
The King of Gore pays no further attention to our hero.
Oh, he's a king. My bad.
Bodwin smiles broadly as our hero arrives.
Why that? Do you know where I can find a sword for my brother?
Bodwin is very sorry for him. After a few words of encouragement, he tells Arthur that there is an old man outside the city who might be able to help him.
An old man outside the
Knight
city. Okay. I don't think it's you, right?
A little wary and very imposing,
Do you know where I can find a sword?
Rastias does not know what to say, so he does not reply.
Not at all, okay.
Knight remains silent as Arthur turns away from him.
Looking for an old man. Okay. To Londium it is then. I wonder how a medieval undercover boss would look like. How would a medieval undercover boss look like? Okay, looking for an old man. Dum, 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 dum. There was the damsel in distress over there. Nothing in the fountain.
The two guards stop.
Okay, the guards see not here. Which direction then? Fun fact is, I don't even have money. Oh, my bad. You should automatically come up here if a pathway ends. Oh, what's there to say?
Beyond the palisade on the outskirts of London, a moor grows full of wild weeds, and the ancient Roman road runs through it.
What is there? I went through the gates.
This oak tree's boughs reach high into the sky. The broad trunk has a solid wooden door. Someone lives here.
Hello? Are you the old men I was hearing about? Who knows of a sword?
Arthur knocks, and the door opens. He climbs a long staircase, spiraling up into the darkness of the trunk.
Up? Okay. Wizard Tower. What the frick? Why is there feathers everywhere? Hello? Hello, old man?
The inside of the oak tree looks more like a nest than a home. There are natural elements all around. Stones, painted or engraved driftwood, mistletoe over the hearth, and above all, a prodigious
mistletoe.
quantity of feathers. An old, sickly-looking man with a humped back greets our hero in a weak voice. He's peeling lopsided, yellowish tubers.
Greetings, old fella.
Welcome to my esprimoire, young squire, says the
Could
old
be
man
Merlin.
in a hoarse but warm voice. My name is Linnerm.
Apparently not. It's Linnerm. I love how she is reading the old voice and voice acting it. What are you peeling?
The old man smiles and says, "It's an extremely precious tuber.
Oh, Linnerm is
Back
reversed
from a
Merlin?
long voyage across the sea. It looks like an apple, but it
That's
grows
great.
underground. I had the idea this morning to try frying them."
Well, if you read Linnerm vice versa, it's Merlin. No, it's similar to Merlin, though. Where would I find a sword for my brother?
Linnerm will help Arthur, provided the young man can
Cut in
find
half
him
and flipped,
some
yeah.
mandrake root. The old man needs the plant's juice to treat his aching back. He also warns our hero. The mandrake will howl and curse the person who pulls it out of the ground.
Screaming
He said
Mandrake.
that, rather than doing it yourself, you can make an animal pull it out.
Okay.
This plant has human-shaped roots and is
Human-shaped
male
roots.
or female. It is born from the seed of the hanged. It is used as an aphrodisiac, an antivenom, and a painkiller.
Okay.
Arthur says goodbye, but when the old man says, Arthur repeats his words of farewell.
Has a good humor to it. So, we have to find a mandrake now that apparently screams when you pull it out of the ground. Very Potter-like. But I have no equipment at all to deal with that shebang. Can I go into the other direction?
A dead yew tree, stripped of its needles, looms ominously.
Doggo!
It is the hanging tree of London. A mangy, stray dog tirelessly scratches at the ground.
Hello, doggo. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The
Oh, crap.
dog
I
pays
cannot like it. What did it
The
say?
dog pays no attention to our hero. So busy is he scratching and clawing at the ground. He must be looking for a long-forgotten bone from a hanged man.
Okay. He's looking for a bone. There's the mandrake over there. Let's see.
This rope will be perfect for uprooting the mandrake, once tied to both the plant and the dog.
Why is there faces in the tree? That is so creepy. Drag and drop an item.
Using the rope, Arthur approaches the dog, who starts to growl.
Calm the dog. Taming. A domestication challenge. Man, I love this freaking Dungeons and Dragons situations here. Love it. So I need a total of 12. I could use no inspiration point here. I could use a total of 8 inspiration points if I use prowess. Let's do it.
With firm, stern words, Arthur coaxes the dog into letting him approach. Our hero slips the rope around its neck and ties the other end to the mandrake.
And?
He whistles and the dog runs off at full speed, pulling out the magic plant, which screams a terrible curse at the dog that runs away as if the devil himself were on his heels. Arthur retrieves the mandrake that has finally stopped squealing.
Okay. Poor doggo. We got the mandrake, and at least we did not get cursed. And we get some prize points as well. What an evil prank, the poor doggo. It's okay, doggo survived. Mandrake has been added to our inventory. We can go back to Mr. Merlin over here. That is totally not Merlin. Mr. Totally not Merlin, that is Merlin, the other way around. So...
Linnerm nods to Arthur as the Esprimoire door closes.
Hand over the mandrake.
The old man is delighted. To thank our hero, he gives him a grimoire and a purse full of pebbles. Use the inscription inside to enchant the purse, says Linnerm kindly.
Enchant the purse.
With a wink, he adds
I
that
got spells
there
over
is
here now.
indeed a sword along the way, beyond the 2 guards posted in front of the stone enclosure inside London.
Okay. Create a spell. Click on the grimoire button. Create a spell. The grimoire allows you to create general and quest spells. Once created, general spells can be used at any time, while quest spells can be used in specific contexts. Quest spells can be acquired during adventures. Create a spell. Find the correct cards combination by solving the riddle of the formula. Each card of your deck refers to a chivalrous virtue, which also corresponds to a season of the year. Also, each card depicts a plant whose name is written in Latin on the bottom. Note that the Grail card can replace any card. Select the required cards to create the spell. In this case, 2 cards from different season. To fool the senses is quite the art. With just 2 seasons, make it start. A simple charm fooling the eye to make the truth itself belie. 2 seasons. Okay. Okay. This looks like summer and spring. So let's grab prowess. And love. And spring. Create the spell. That is so intriguing. Ta-ta. Once the spell is created, it appears in the spell inventory. Okay, so the magic item over here is illusion spell. That's so cool. Use the spell. Allow you to progress in your quest. So you acquired a quest spell. These spells have different powers and conditions to use. To cast a spell, click on it.
When Arthur casts the spell,
Purse of gems.
The purse begins to gleam. And inside, the plain old pebbles have turned into precious gems.
Oh, I see. So we have a bag of pebbles that we put an illusion spell on top that it now seems to be some bag of gems that we're probably going to use against the guards or bribe the guards. What is alchemy to turn iron into gold when you have spells? True, Jack. True. So, off we ride. This is a mix of kind of like a point-and-click adventure with turn-based combat. With a lot of RPG elements and very in-depth combat mechanics. Depending on where you hit, type of weapon, armored, yes, no, on horse, not on horse. Like it is very complex. And the art direction is also quite intriguing with this medieval-shaped spiel.
The 2 guards stop our hero again. He may not pass.
Give them a purse full of precious gems.
Guards open their eyes wide and pounce on the purse. Consumed with greed, they are too busy fighting over how to divide the gemstones to pay Arthur any mind.
There we go. Thank you kindly. Bye-bye. Oh, little gardens over here.
Among the silence and the cold, a sword rises up from the stone.
The sun from up top.
Not the prize for the tournament?
So, but man, do we give Excalibur to our brother? And now, of course, we're gonna randomly pull out the sword.
Now I see the
Oh, we get some singing.
gleaming, and I silent and trembling approach the rock to seize the sword. Oh, what rare and
You, what have you done? Cries an angry voice to the terrified Arthur. Get out of here, you beardless squire. Do you think you are the next High King? Lot, mocks Arthur, shoving him out of the way. He, one of the top knights, just cannot bring himself to give up. He yanks on the hilt of the sword, but it will not budge an inch. Drawn to the scene, a crowd gathers.
Oh,
Observed
wow.
by so many
Oh, Kai is also
Lot
there.
finally gives in. People look on in amazement. Arthur approaches the sword.
now they see the sword they gleaming, the crowd all silent and trembling, with wonderment in all they gaze, for Lot is so virulent. Arthur cries a voice so old, the day has come just as foretold. Now take the sword, for you are the one. You are Uther and I grandson. By my own hand, you are the true heir. So does Merlin then declare.
Oh, it's now saying Merlin. Not Lerman anymore. Here. Well, and now Game of Thrones intrigue starts. The coronation took place in the Cathedral of London the following day. After being proclaimed High King of Britain, Arthur did not forget his brother and appointed him seneschal. A great feast was held, and so the High King came to tour his kingdom, visiting the city and meeting his subjects. For days to end, barons and ladies beyond by jubilation and hope came to pay their presents to the respects to the High Knights. I love that we pull the pages. I love this. But some of the nobles who were sent gifts from Arthur insulted both the messenger and the High King himself. After the incident, the rebellious barons and kings led by King Lot of Orkney challenged Arthur's authority, defying him openly. The High King had to come to the aid of Leodegrance, King of Carmelites, whose castle was under siege by King Rience. After the battle had been won, the High King was resting in Leodegrance castle when he met his host's daughter, the beautiful Guinevere. He fell in love with her at first sight and asked for a hand in marriage. The young woman agreed, and Leodegrance gave them his blessing. Sensing new trouble would soon break out, the High King hastened to Carleon Castle, where he set up court. Carleon? Adventure summary. Glory points 12. Okay. Silk sleeve given by Nereus, her actor. The summary allows you to see the state of the knights at the end of an adventure, and as well as the individual collective earnings. Adventure summary. When you earn quest items, they can be assigned to the knights of your choice. Click on the item arrow to change its owner. So, okay, Arthur. Let's give the silk to Arthur. Why not? Year 513. In the 3 years following the coronation, the rebel barons rallied around a common goal to gather as many troops as they could under King Lot. By 513, the battalion filled the countryside around Caerleon. To counter this threat, Arthur gathered a group of loyal and deserving knights, with Merlin the magician standing by, ready to lend them a hand. How intriguing! I am happy that indie games exist. I'm happy that people do dare to try different things out. I haven't seen nor played an RPG similar to this in a while. Whoa! The group now has 9 members. It's full on warfare, I see. Look at the knights. There's some knights there, everybody with their own emblem on the head. A lion, goats, a dragon head and whatnot. Great battles, since King Arthur takes part in the personally. Great battles are as important as they are dangerous. Should a king die, your legend would come to an end. The number of the troops in your army is determined by the number of the glory points you have amassed in your previous adventures and battles. You now have 12 of the 12 possible glory points, so your army is at maximum strength. Okay. The High King's men now face off against the army of the treacherous baron led by King Lot. A stake here in Arthur's rightful place to the throne. Selection of the division commander. Lieutenant assignment. Wow, this is going even crazier. Roman, welcome in. Privet, my friend. The first step in a great battle is to assign a lieutenant to each of the 9 divisions of your army. Your army is divided into 3 battalions: vanguard, center, and rearguard. Each battalion comprises a 9th division, a pikeman division, and an archer division, for a total of 9 divisions. Okay. Lieutenant's assignments. As a commander, select a division except Arthur's, which cannot be changed. Okay, how about the one here in the front? Unable to change. That's Sir Arthur's Pendragon. Oh, that's what the dragon had up there. To change a commander, assign this division. Click on the 9s of your choice from the lists. Sir Ector. Well, it changes the colors. Sir Kai. Ludobro. I'm gonna keep Kai up there. When you're satisfied with your lieutenant, click at the hourglass. Start diplomacy. I'm gonna keep Kai up there. Why not? So, I confirm to start diplomacy from here. Lines of the rear guard. Lines of the center, vanguard. Vanguard, center, rear guard. Okay. So, fighters on both sides are eager to jump into the fray. Then the alarm sounds of the east arising from the fog. Siege weapons led by King Barans have been spotted. Camera scrolling. A set of devices to breach Caerleon defenses causes a panic among Arthur's troops. Arthur orders an emissary to be sent as soon as possible to try to convince Baran to renounce his support to Lance. Emissary selection. By moving your cursor over a knight's name, you can inspect the knight's feature. Ah, okay, it shows me down there. Courtesy shall bring a Lee. Sir Urien. Vigor, authority, grace, wisdom, will. Let's send Sir Urien as an emissary. The knight designated to the emissary leaves immediately. Go through the forest to King Lot's troops to Barant. An equestrian challenge. So, the knight designated to be the emissary leaves immediately. If I grab the card of love, it is what I need for the challenge. So I need Sands and Cavalry. Okay, I think we don't pick a wrong one. So Orion chooses his route carefully, taking detours or fording the river to avoid detection. He makes a quick progress so leads the horse at ease. Soon he arrives at the camp of King Laud's reinforcements. He uses a gesture of peace to show he's an emissary. The King of the 100 Knights instructs our knight to state his business. So, convince Baron to withdraw from the conflict. It will be authority and strategy. That is 4 and 5, a total of 9. Or make Baron believe that King Lot has sent us to say Baron's help is no longer needed. Where it is authority plus subterfuge. The hand of the plus. I don't see... Oh, it's from the servants. Convince Baran to withdraw. Let's do that. Let's try to convince him. And, let's try loyalty. Baran, I beg you to remember that Arthur is the rightful king, for he pulled the sword from the stone in accordance with Merlin's prophecy. In the name of your loyalty to the realm of Logres, I call upon you to withdraw. With that, I have a total of 11, and I can use another loyalty card, going up to 17. And it's a success. The powerful king listens and appears increasingly troubled. His silence becomes oppressive. So Orion is sure all is lost when Baran finally replies. Very well, I will not have my glorious knights attack. Tell Arthur, and by the grace of God, be victorious. You've just earned 1 battle point. These points indicate the general progress of the battle. At 0 points, the outcome of the battle is uncertain. The more battle points you have, the more the battle turns to your favor. Routes and decisive victory thresholds. Above your battle points is the battle gauge. This gog over here. It's highlighted over here. It is delimited by 2 thresholds. On the left, the round threshold -4. On the right, the decisive victory threshold 4. If you reach one of these thresholds, special events will occur. Okay. Very well, I will not have my glorious knight attack. Just before the battle, Arthur brandishes the Sword of Kings. It shines so brightly as though 30 torches had been lit. All the enemies take fright. 2 armies face each other on a muggy late summer morning. Arthur can wait for the battle to begin. He still has to prepare for the first charge by his knights, who will fight Lot's followers. Lead the charge with the Vanguard Knights, led by Commander Sir Ector and made up of 83 knights. We'll lead the charge with the Rearguard Knights, led by Commander Sir King. Sir Ector, to battle! So, before having the High King's army rush toward, the Lieutenant will first put his strategic skill to good use. Strategic challenge. Okay, let's grab prize over here to a total of 16. And it's a success. The scout have just warned Sir Ector that there are waterholes in the east. Our lieutenant takes advantage of the situation, sending his knights in a safe distance to draw the enemy soldiers into the trap. They're cornered and their mounts already exhausted. The enemy mounts are tired. Sir Ector urges his men to fight with treacherous fire. He goes first. All his men have to do is catch the glimpse of his banner flattering in the winds, and they confidently throw themselves into the fray. Okay, now it turns into a proper fight. This is so insane! How deep is this game? The combatants you fight in the great battles have a major impact on what happens next. If you manage to eliminate your force of the enemy units to retreat while in both cases keeping half or more of your troops, this combat will be a decisive victory and will earn 2 battle points. And we earlier saw when we have a good amount of battle points, certain events will happen. If you manage to eliminate the enemy units or force, it's your retreat with, in both cases, less than half of your troops still fighting. This combat will be a narrow victory and it will get 1 point. If you eliminate or ransom your opponent's lieutenant, you will earn 1 additional battle point. If your lieutenant surrenders or perishes, you lose 1 battle point. Okay. Shh. They're over there. Good. Why has Hector not a helmet on? I wonder. Sound the retreats. Increase the cowardice threshold of the entire group by 12. If succeeded. A rally cry. So, Office Knights. Sir Hector. Does need a helmet? He does need a helmet. That little punk. So, you there. Cowardice thresholds. Bolds. Heart state malice. Body state malice. Cowardice gog. Let's see. Let's do a rally cry. Review. With a total of 11. Gonna use this 3 over here to succeed. There we go. Now the cowardice threshold went up immensely. Let's move forward. Let's tab through the enemies. Move 2 forward as well. And with that, we are done. I am so curious on this outcome. Why can I not use the other ones? Oh, they're like blocked within each other? I think we might have a little bug found here. There we go. So right there, I cannot use you. Apparently not. Let them come closer. I'm gonna church. So, to battle! Good. It's agility plus cavalry. Good, let's do a charge. On... Sir Brandigoris. More than 13 up there. We're gonna throw in a prowess to a total of 17. It's a fail? Left leg injury. 7 wounds. The wound threshold is a total of 4. And the lance shattered in pieces. A challenge of horsemanship challenge. It's not good. If we're gonna fall off or not. Okay. You currently have a combination of cards that allows you to create a spell. Allows us to see and modify the next 3 cards in the stack. Allows you to draw a new hand. I'm definitely not making a spell right now with these cards at hand. These are way too good. Let's move up here. And we're gonna do another charge. On this knight, it's a 14. I'm gonna put the loyalty card in there, 23. It's a success. Oh, that was a nice hit. Head injury even. The helmet became useless and disappeared from him. And he falls off. He has a minor wounds from falling. When an enemy has a wound of melee under 2, the man asks for mercy. Okay, good. Body Steed. Your knight is destabilized. This body steed is reached when it loses defense challenge. His action points are reduced to 0, and he suffers a -6 penalty on a combat challenge until the end of the turn. That hurts. So, we're moving over, and we're gonna do... Let's do an aimed charge. So I can attack his right arm. There's a 12. I'm gonna throw in a grail card on this one. Yeah. 27. It's a success. Let's see what happens to his arm. Bam, right arm injury. Okay. He has a wound threshold of 10. All the knight's lance shatters in pieces. Is that always happening, that our lance shatter? And he falls off as well. He gets another wound. Oh, wow. So, it looks like it cannot control Shrankter for whatever reason. Feels like a bug to me. Or maybe his walking out zone. So the knight faces a mercy challenge. We need a 12. I'm gonna give him that and say... Okay. Office Knight give mercy to Sir Brandigoris for ransom of 3 opulence points. Ooh. So he got a mercy roll and he's going. That's massive. The leader's gone. Over here we're gonna have a problem. He's moving up and down to do the charge, I guess, on us. Or the AI is just silly at the moment. And buggy. Because they should definitely attack us. But maybe they're just trying to travel in order to get that distance for the charge. So, Squire challenge. Bring me a lance, Squire. Total of 6. There we go. We've got a lance. The tab button doesn't work. So, equip yourself with a sword. Cost me 1.2 in sheath. Then I'm gonna move up. And I'm gonna wait with you. The other one is on 0, and with that we can stop. Difficulty is 14. We succeed without a card even. He's getting fatigue points. Nice block. So, a charge challenge. We rolled a 16. 14 up there. Again, a nice block. Oh, when he's charging, he goes to the other side. And it cracked my shield. There's another mercy rule over here. 8 and 4 is 12. We accept here. That means that knight is leaving. And takes a knee. Okay, that remains just 2 more. It is my turn. It seems like I cannot use him. Sir Actor. I'm not sure if that's on purpose or not, but it doesn't let me. So let's make an aimed attack on your right arm. So you lose, hopefully, your weapon. That's a total of 11. I'm going to use a loyalty card of 10 to go up to 21. We succeed. 10 fatigue points for that. Pam! We hit his arm. Let's see what happens. We did not wound him, but he got destabilized. We got 1 wound. And his thresh wound is 3. And he loses the horse challenge and falls off. That destabilizes even further, giving him another 2 on his wounds. Body state malus. Body modifier -6. It's not on a mount, carries a shield, carries no weapon. Good. That means over here we gonna unsheath the swords and make an aimed attack also on your how about the right leg? We have an 11 total, and I'm gonna throw in a prowess to 17. That fails. He used a 9. No, didn't tell me how much. The shield is cracked on the enemy. Good. That means I have now time to stab him with an aimed stab on his left arm, where there's no shield anymore. We get a total of 20. In battle, a lieutenant is responsible for the actions of the knights under his command. Thus, honor points lost by your knight are deducted from your lieutenant. I'm getting -1 honor for combined attacks. Is it not chivalrous to attack. Oh my god. If your attendant dies or surrenders, your troop gets cohesion automatically drops to 0 and loses all your great cards. I'm okay with that. We'll lose 1 honor point. You do not play a card. Actually, let's play this one. 24 is a success. Hit him. So 2 wounds. His threshold is 3. That's a shame. So actual loss 1 honor point for combined attacks on a knight. You got a leg injury from falling down. Okay, that's that. Can we unsheath a weapon then? So everybody did their best. It is my turn. Let's dismount. So not attacking from horse or back the enemy. Aim shot. That's okay. I know about that. I'm gonna dismount as well. So we're ready. Whatever happens. And you as well. Get off. Get off thy horse. Okay. There's no shield left. Good. That means everybody relaxes a little bit. So, there's the defense challenge. He's attacking me with a total of 15. If I put a large card in there, he's getting a little bit of fatigue. And we block nicely. Over here we succeed automatically. Nice dodge. It is my turn. Interesting. So we have to put at stake if we want to fight honorous or win the battle. And have that kind of balance in there as well. That is highly intriguing. So that means I'm going to make an aimed attack on your weapon arm. That is your right arm, mister. Though your injured leg is there already as well. The left leg. Let's make a left leg attack then, since it's injured already. And I'm gonna use a prowess card over here. And we succeeded. Another left leg injury. The Lord's Knight's armors became useless. Okay, that's that. Then our lordling over here can make a thrust attack even. We're effective against plate armor. Oh, I can either thrust or swing. That's cool. Well, let's make a thrust attack then. We have a total of 8. Let's put in 11 card in there to move up to 19. That's a success. Left leg injury. Cowardice points went down. So, my turn. Yeah, I don't have a shields to call upon. Let's do a rally. Or not do a rally. At least not with you. 0. Model of 12. Oh, we did already a relic cry. That's why we have a minus. Interesting. If I now attack him again. It's 22. 23. Cowardice points go down. Okay, so I don't have to wait for them to get back into this mode. Since I'm not attacking them from horseback. Let's use another 1 card. 21 is a success. Left leg injury. Cowardice points. And down he goes. The wound threshold has been above. If I do this now, we get -1 honor because of combined forces. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna interface here. He sounds a retreat. There we go. You've gained 3 battle points, and with that, our threshold over here is top on 4. The group now has 9 members. The Knights of the Vanguard Division withstood the onslaught and adversaries from the bravery of the force. Smashing helms and shattering shields, they fought so well that they beat back the daring enemy fighters. They're down to 21. This successful charge marks a considerable breakthrough in the already thinning ranks of the enemy. In the distance, a group of felon knights moves away from the rest of the army. It's time to make the advantage. A rapid advance move deeper into the fray and perhaps change the outcome of the battle. Decisive victory opportunity. So. Sir Kane. I'll bring Sir Kane in. Sir Kane has advanced his troop. Although his men have just emerged from the grueling onslaught, he's determined to change the outcome of the battle. But what does he see? King Laud and his guards. Sir Kane is ready to settle the score. Okay, let's hope that this time we can use all of us. It seems so. He has a fiery sword? Are you kidding me? So everybody move a little bit back. Battlecry costs me 3 points. I'm gonna wait. Because now we can then turn around and charge them. And use the charge attack. Exactly. It is my turn now. On the dome! There we go. Aimed charge attack on Sir Nettle. Exactly. And I want to take out his right arm, if possible. A right arm. F4. I'm going to use this to put it to a 15. Odds total, my lance will break. Oh, if it's the odd number, my lance will break? That is interesting. Let's wait for now. Let's go, Sir K. Let's see if we have a better chance. You and Sir Nero. The right arm. At 2. With that, a total of 13. It's looking very bad. Let's go on the knights. Then. $17 in total. 15 in total. Yeah, lance will break is what it is. And it's a fail. Oh! My armor became useless. And I needed 12 in total. I cannot throw up a 12. We got a fall from our horse. This is bad. This is really bad. Is that different? Yeah, it's also the king. So it's kind of obvious. Right arm pain thresholds. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. So, Sir Nero's right arm with the Grail card. 20 fails? Holy moly. Sir Nero's right arm. You'll lose an honor for combined arms. That's okay. I'll take that one loss. 34 in total. A right arm injury. I hope he's losing that damn sword. A wound of 10. Minus 1 lost. That definitely did hurt a lot. Sir Nero's right arm is not looking good. I'm gonna move up here. If I attack him again on the right arm, I'll lose another loyalty point. Another honor point. I can live with that. So there's deadly wound threshold of 20. I think we might have killed him. Group's cohesion has changed to acceptable. Oh, okay, that's why we have the loyalty points there. And it's falling off. And he's dead. Yes! Okay. I think we killed him. I think we killed him. Battle is honored. That is the spiel here in this game here, right? You have to decide what is more important. I'm finding quite intriguing. Very interesting system. Here's Knight's Son, the retreat, and will be removed from battle. The Infernal Sword has been added to our inventory. Ooh! Sarkana's knights use their weapons and shields with strength and agility. After violent exchange, Nero is killed by a strong blow. At the top of the hill, King Laud advances, brandishing his swords to urge his troops onwards to the slaughter. Then an unknown knight, belonging to neither side, sneaks up behind the treacherous king and slits his throat. Oh, look at that! The scenery also changed here. We have now people being dead on the scenery, and horses being shot, and also some people piling up on our side. That is so cool. Laud falls face down to the ground, a stream of blood running down his neck. The registered knight has already disappeared into the trees. Okay, so some odd knight has killed him. Soon, word of King Laud's death spread among the disloyal troops. The last lieutenant surrendered, followed by their men. Our valiant knight plundered the traitor's camp and divided the spoils in a drunken joy of victory. In any case, Laud's death meant Arthur's victory, and soon the remaining rebel barons were lying down, arms at Arthur's feet, surrendering their horses and swearing an oath of allegiance to him. We get the Infernal Sword. I'm gonna give that to Borwin. You're gonna get that. In the case you defeated Nero, King Laud's bodyguard, you got the decisive victory. This gives you Nero's flaming sword, as well as 12 glory points. In the event of a Nero victory, you'll still get 6 glory points and 6 victory points for all your lieutenants. Well, we got 12. Year 514. I think that's 2 years later. In the following spring, in the year 514, Arthur and Guinevere were married with a great pomp and ceremony. At Cullen Castle, a vast hall was built to accommodate the gigantic oak table. Soon Gawain joined Arthur's company of knights who had fought him in the Battle of Caerleon. Off with their heads! Off with their heads indeed. Oh, the round table. The group now has 11 members. Now listen to the news that have reached my ears. On the one hand, we are welcoming 2 new fighters. On the other hand, my husband met a very strange knight who has just agreed to join the round table. However, his acceptance was hard. 1. The High King had to face a very singular ordeal. What about Merlin? Merlin is said to be a child of a virgin and a spirit, or yet others say the devil himself. What are the 2 new knights? Griflet and Sir Bedivere's cousin has a strong sense of honor. The second is Sir Sagramor, the nephew of the new emperor of Constantinople. Ask her to tell us about the High King's ordeal. A knight of unrivaled strength challenged every man approaching a bridge to a duel. Griflet, freshly knighted, went off to fight him, but had to be carried back to court, unconscious, by his horse. Take leave. So, recruitment. You can recruit new knights on the round table. Click on the recruitment signs. Sir Gilfred and Sir Sagramor. This is so cool. Known as Desarius, Sagramor is the son of the King of Hungary and the nephew of the Emperor of Constantinople. What? We're getting XCOM-like recruitment table here now? And then we can have a look at court news, we can recruit, we can talk to Merlin, we can select quests to go on. This just turns into XCOM apparently. Go on a quest, select an available adventure. Lady Rignell, the Green Knight. Choose my retinue that I want to bring. Wow. Wow. I think the game just opens up now, really. But Legends of the Round Table, my dear Vikings. I hope you had a wonderful time with it. And intrigued to check it out further. Demo is out. Everybody can play it as you see this video or as you see it here live with me. Legends of the Round Table. Go give it a go. And for those watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below what you think of Legends of the Round Table.